Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara coming to you live once again from downtown Flushing, New York, with another amazing episode of Joe DeChara Presents. And I haven't been on for a couple of days. Christmas stuff, masterminds, a lot of great stuff going on. Happy December 15th, folks. We are only a couple of weeks away from 2021. And if you're like me, I'm really looking forward to next year. And if you know me, you know that I try to enjoy every day, every moment, and I don't really look out, oh, I can't wait for that to happen. Unless it's like my granddaughter's birth in May or something, big like that. This has just been a crazy year. Let's put it that way. Somebody was telling me yesterday that we will always remember 2020 as one of those years, just like, 9/11, 2008, but anyway, if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay, because I'm going to be a little bit blunt tonight. And if you're one of my clients, and if you are the client that I'm going to talk about now, you get it now, so the whole thing about tax planning, tax preparation is not a one-time event. And I believe that this is the big mistake that people make. And tonight, I did a graphic. I still do some of my own graphics. And we do have, I have Elizabeth and Janine now doing graphics for me. They're amazing. So you will see probably a big upgrade in my graphics. But anyway, so tonight's episode was reason number 10 on why you should start planning for your taxes now, and why you shouldn't be putting off the benefits of doing it now. And let me explain what I mean by doing it now. I have this very inexpensive CFO package that I started offering about 2 years ago. And one of the first people that signed up for it, has been on it. He's benefited from it. But not really. He's benefited because he has had me at arm's length for the last 2 years. And every time something happens, when he got a notice, when he didn't get his refund, when California sent him a bogus notice and saying that he owes them $250 that he doesn't, he's had that what do we call it? That warmth, that security, that feeling that, hey, when something comes, because now he has a business, he never had a business before. When you get into, and I'm talking about, business people. If you're a wage earner, if you're a wage earner or you're on retirement income, you need to start a business. So I'm really talking to everybody about this. So what my friend did was he did not follow the system. And the system that I have, it is designed. I've designed a system that will defeat the machine on every point. And when I say the machine, this is what I'm talking about, folks. the IRS, the state and local governments, the banks, the insurance companies, anybody with a database and access to your information. You need to be ready. When you're a business, you are on a lot of people's radars. So my system on the back end, and when I talk about the system, I'm talking about the bookkeeping, the actual day-to-day transactions being compiled on a regular basis so that you have that information at your fingertips. So I get a call. So I'm going to go through two different recent conversations that I've had with clients about this. Because, what he understood at the end of the conversation was that I have a job to do. And I gave him instructions to make my job easier, and he didn't follow them. So when he called me because, he scheduled an appointment, he had a big tax event, sold some crypto currency, and that's a whole nother issue. Okay. And he gets on the phone with me and he starts saying, well, in 2015, I put 7,000 on my Visa card. And then I think I spent, then I bought another 14,000 the following year. And then, so I think, he says, I think I spent about 45,000 and I have 30,000. And then he starts telling me about all the credit card debt that he has for his business. He's like, I bought this coaching program and I got to know. And this is urgent because now this is the end of the year. So he needs to know, is he going to save taxes by selling now or waiting a couple of weeks until next year, because he doesn't want to have to pay taxes on the 30,000, right? So get this. So I'm listening and he's rambling on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes giving me facts and figures all from his head. And I let him finish. And he said, so what should I do? And I said, I have no freaking idea. How am I supposed to advise you on all of that garbage you just spat out at me? I don't take your conversation and put it on a tax return. I'm an accountant. I look at numbers and facts and figures. You're a smart guy. How am I supposed to add all that stuff up? How do I know that your numbers even make sense? You're asking me tax questions, and I got no financial information. Remember that email I sent you about 18, 19 months ago, where I asked you to connect your Wave apps? That's all you got to do. So you're going to connect your Wave app right after this call. You're going to connect all your credit card accounts. And guess what? It's not too late, because they will import all of the transactions going back as far as the bank or credit card will let them go. And most of the time, the entire year. Sometimes, I've had 4 years come in. It's and it's like that. And I explained to him, when those transactions come in, we reconcile them. We make sure that all of them came in so that the balances are right. And then we make sure all the categories are right. And if I had that information before we spoke, I could tell you exactly where you are with your taxes. I could tell you whether or not you should sell now or sell later. And this conversation is about 5 minutes, not 45 minutes. And not only that, I will show you how to look at this information so you don't need that little scratch sheet that you just showed me. You know, you had all of these numbers on on a piece of paper and as a bookmark. He's like, oh, I'm on top of all this. Well, I mean, if he showed me that, it would have helped a lot before he started rambling. But the problem with something like that is it's not accurate. It's not accounting. It's not bookkeeping. I have no way of verifying where those numbers came from. If they're right, did he miss something? And the whole crux of this is he wants to take that 30 grand and pay off the credit card. I said, well, that's what you should have done a long time ago. Because think about it. He's got this credit card debt and he's paying every month. Okay. And if I had that information, I would be able to see exactly how much he's paying every month. How much is the interest on that? And then come up with that crypto. I mean, that's going up, it's going down. I mean, that's not stable. He wants stability. So we need to do something here. And guess what? He needs this information anyway. I need it at the end of the year. So at the end of last year, he didn't have this. He didn't have it. And you know, when we were doing all the work, we were actually, it was right before COVID and he couldn't open up a business bank account. So there was a lot of stuff going on. But what he had to do was literally, he had to go through all of his statements for 2019 and list out every expense and give me a schedule on an Excel spreadsheet, which is how millions and millions of business owners do it. And it's wrong. And I explained to him that this is because there's a brain thing going on here. There's a mindset thing going on. Stuff that they didn't teach me in CPA school. You see, he had those questions and they're lingering in his brain, and he can't wait to get that appointment with me because this is on his mind. It's been on his mind, apparently, since we started. And he didn't share all of this information with me. I did not have access to it because he did not follow my email instructions. And I didn't send it once. I must have sent it 3 or 4 times. And I realized, I said, you know what? Maybe I wasn't clear enough. Maybe he didn't think it was important enough because I didn't explain what I got done explaining to him at the end of the conversation. Accounting is facts and figures. They are changing every day, and they are affecting your tax return. And people think about taxes all the time. They spend too much time thinking about it. Too much time worrying. What am I supposed to do? Am I going to be able to deduct this? Well, the solution is, folks, you don't wait. You don't wait. Waiting is the killer. It's a silent killer. Those thoughts are floating around in your head, people. They're floating around, and whether you're conscious of it or not. And those little things, they're sending electrical impulses to your body, and it's painful. And that's where the stress and the anxiety comes in. And when you get sick, it's because of things like that, little things that are eating at you. So when I said to myself, how could I help change the world as an accountant, as a bookkeeper? And I realized, I said, imagine all the stress and anxiety I could remove from people's lives if they just set up the stupid little bookkeeping program. Okay? So I am pitching tonight my CFO package. It's $47 a month for brand new businesses. Nobody can beat the price. Okay? It includes bookkeeping, looking at your taxes. And why am I doing it? I'm doing it because I have to. Okay? I need to get a lot of clients to make this into a business at that price point. $47 a month. If you're a brand new business, it's a price. And the reason is because when people start new businesses, folks, they don't hire an accountant because they think they can't afford it. So I took that objection away. Okay? $47 a month. Nobody can touch it. It's revolutionary. It's going to change the world. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Hello, Jill. I saw you over there. I was busy ranting, and I did have another story similar, and this is a different situation. It's a client that went through a nasty divorce, but again, my value are in the facts and figures. So he got on, and he went through 30 minutes of this is what happened. And in the end, I said, doctor, can I just see the documents that you're talking about? Because I can't tell you what we need to do unless I see the documents. So in the end, if you have an accountant, if I'm your accountant, because I have clients out there that aren't following my directions. And I understand the stories, but we need the numbers. We need the facts. We need the documents. Okay? Get your documents together. Don't wait. And Jill, I know that you're in Australia there, or the UK, where you're not in the United States, but I think that it applies to everyone in the whole world. You don't have to just be in the United States. And my coach, Larry Broughton, we've been talking about this. This is about doing your business intentionally. Most people do not like numbers. I get that. If everybody liked numbers, everybody would be accountants, I guess. Most people don't like numbers, and it's painful, and they want to put it off. And that is a killer. Successful businesses do not procrastinate. So if you're in business, you need to connect a Wave app. It's as simple as that, folks. It's free, it's simple, and it works. Okay, so if you're a solopreneur, this Wave app will work for over 90% of the businesses. And it's as simple as that. Once you get it set up, if you have a bookkeeper or an accountant, it's on autopilot, and you don't have to think about it anymore. So whether you're in the UK, China, they still have to account for stuff. And Wave Apps does all currencies. So again, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. God bless you. Thanks for joining, Jill. You're doing some great stuff out there. I see you all over the place. Thank you. And so if you want to connect with me, it's simple. Let me get my pre-defined banner here, timewithjoe.com. There's still time to get your books in order now so that you can see exactly where you are with your tax situation and your business. You know, I would think that, you know, if taxes are so important, is on everybody's mind about, I don't want to pay taxes, you would think that they would have a free bookkeeping program to see where they stand. So again, Joe DeChara, CPA, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. Thank you and good evening.